Hey girls, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a pretty reflective glitter nail design using products from Kiara's Nails. So here's my other hand. I'm basically going to be recreating this in a different color on my other hand. For this nail design, I am going to be doing my non-dominant hand, so do keep that in mind throughout this video. I also want to thank Kiara's for sponsoring this video. I haven't done nails over my natural nails in a very long time, so here is my bare natural nails that have already been prepped. I do already have my nail tips picked out, and I'm just going to take the Kiara Stick It Nail Glue and I'm going to be applying this to the back of the nail tip, and I'm going to go ahead and apply the nail tips onto my nails. So as I said, I did already prep my natural nails, and to do this I did push back my cuticles. I did file the shine away from my natural nails, and that is basically the nail prep that I have on my natural nails. For the nail tips, I did kind of prep them as well. I did file the shine away from like half of the nail tip, and I did make sure that the area at the free edge of my nail is pretty thin as well, so that I don't have to file that area after I place the nail tips. So here are the nail tips after they've all been glued into place. As you can see, these are crazy long, so I am taking my nail tip cutters and I'm just going to cut down quite a bit of the nail length. So once the nail tips have all been cut down, I am taking the Kiara Prep. This is for the jelly tips. I'm just going to be applying a layer of this onto all of my natural nails. Some people do apply the dehydrator and primer before the nail tips. I'm not quite sure which is the correct way, but I'm just applying this after the nail tips. After the prep has dried, I am taking the primer and I'm going to apply a thin layer of this onto my natural nails as well. So this is the color that I'm using for the base of my nails. This is a all-in-one acrylic powder. This is called Peach Bum. I'm going to be doing some dip powder application, so I am taking the dip base, which is number 2, and I'm going to be using this to apply the dip powder. For the application, I'm just applying the dip base right underneath where the nail tip meets my natural nail. I'm going to do a thin strip of the dip base and dip into the powder. I'm going to tap away the excess, and that is my first layer, which I do repeat to all of the other nails. Because my nails are this length, I do have to do quite a few layers to get the correct structure for the length of the nails. After the first layer is fully dry, I am dusting away all of the excess powder from the nails. This step is very important to prevent ruining your dip base. For the second layer of dip powder, I am applying the dip base to a larger area than the previous layer of dip powder. This one is about halfway in between the previous layer and the cuticle area. I don't want to go all the way to the cuticle quite yet. Again, I'm going to dip into the dip powder and repeat the same process to all of the other nails. How many layers of dip powder that you need does just depend on the length of your nails. Like I said, because these nails are quite long, I do have to do quite a few layers. I do end up doing a total of 4 layers, but honestly, for this length, I probably should have done 5. Once the second layer is fully dry, again, I'm going to remove all of the excess powder from the nails. For the third layer of dip powder, I am applying the dip base to the entire nail. Again, I am going to be doing another layer after this, but this is basically for a full color coverage of the entire nail. Again, after applying the dip base, I am going to dip into the dip powder and repeat the same process for all of the other nails. I do want to apologize for not showing the thumb. I am just repeating the same process, but for some reason the application on my thumb looked terrible. I do end up fixing the mistakes during shaping and filing, but the application just looked absolutely terrible. I am not quite sure why I kept having so many issues with the thumbnail, but I just decided to cut that part out, so I hope you guys don't mind, but I just repeated the same process for the thumb as well. So again, I'm just removing all of the excess dip powder from that layer, and I'm going to do my fourth and final layer of dip powder. Again, I'm just covering the entire nail with the dip base and dipping into the powder. After finishing the final layer of dip powder, I did remove all of the excess powder from my nails. I'm then going to take the Seal Protect, which is number 3, and I'm going to apply this very generously to all of the nails. Seal Protect is very important because it does fully harden the layers of dip powder and allow you to properly shape and file the nails. Because it does harden the layers of dip powder, you want to make sure to apply this very generously, especially if you applied multiple layers of dip powder as I did. After the Seal Protect has dried, I am going to take the Kiara Sky 100 grit hand file and I'm going to go ahead and file the shape of the nail. These nails are pretty much already shaped how I want, but I'm just making sure the shape is as perfect as I can get. I am going for a square or slightly tapered square nail shape. I'm also going to file the surface of the nail to get it as smooth as possible. You can do this with an e-file, but I decided to use a hand file. Here are the nails after they've been shaped and filed. I did also apply a matte gel top coat and I went about my day for a little bit, but I'm back now, so let's finish the nail design. So here's my left hand again. We are going to be kind of redoing the same nail design but in a different color. So for my left hand, I used this Diamond FX gel polish from Kiara Sky. This is the color Frost Bright. For my right hand, I am going to be using the color Aurora. I feel like I say that really badly, but this is also a Diamond FX gel polish from Kiara Sky. As you guys may know, Kiara Sky just released their Diamond FX acrylics. If you guys don't know, these do come in 1 ounce jars, so here's the comparison of the 1 ounce versus the 2 ounce all-in-one acrylic powders. I'm just going to quickly show you the colors that I got along with the swatches of these colors. I did already swatch them for an Instagram reel, so I do apologize that I'm not doing that in a video. By the way guys, 2 of my jars do say all-in-one acrylic, but this is only to be used as acrylic powder. I have been told that you can apply an extra layer of dip powder to achieve the same look as the acrylics, but these are supposed to be used as acrylic. So here are the swatches of these acrylic powders. Here's what they look like with flash. So those are the Diamond FX acrylics. So let's go back to the nail design that I'm doing in today's video. Here's the gel polish color up close. It's a really pretty purple reflective glitter gel polish. For the thumb, I'm just doing a solid gel polish nail. Because I had quite a few issues with my thumb application, I feel like the filing didn't quite fix it as good as I would have liked. So in order for me to not be picky about this nail, I just decided to paint the entire thing with the gel polish. I am basically repeating all of the same nail designs that I did on my other hand, except I am switching which nail they are on. So for the thumbnail, I just decided to do a solid glitter nail. After applying your gel polish, you do want to make sure to clean the sides and the tip of the nail. This is going to keep that crisp nail shape that we did with filing. I did go ahead and cure that for a full minute under the Kiara Sky LED nail lamp. I'm just placing some of the same gel polish on a mixing palette, and I'm going to be using a fine nail art brush to pick up that gel polish. For the index nail, I am repeating the same nail design that I did on the middle finger of my left hand. So to do this design, I'm just drawing a T shape towards the cuticle area of my index nail. This is a T-shaped star. You can do these as big or as small as you like. Personally, it was a little bit difficult to do these stars with this gel polish, just because the consistency of these gels are very thick, especially compared to the other Kiara Sky gel polishes. That is because the glitter and the reflective glitter in this gel polish does make the consistency very thick, which can be a little bit difficult for nail art, but not impossible. Once I finish with those stars, I am taking the same nail art brush and I'm going to be doing some dots around the nail. These are basically like really small stars, and the bigger T-shaped ones are just like bigger stars. You can use a dotting tool for this, but I just decided to do it with the nail art brush because the polish is so thick. Before I cure that, I am taking the white gel liner, which is called White Canvas. I did clean off the nail art brush. I'm just going to pick up the white gel and do some really small dots around the other ones. Once I have all of the dots, I did go ahead and do a full cure under the nail lamp. For the middle fingernail, I am repeating the same design that I have on the thumbnail of my left hand, which is a double smile line outlined French tip. I'm not quite sure if that's the correct name for this nail design, but that is what I'm doing. So I'm just starting by doing the first smile line of the nail. There are a lot of ways that you can do French tip smile lines, but I'm just kind of winging it because I don't really have any issues doing it this way. Once I finish the first smile line, I'm going to go ahead and move up just a tiny bit and do a second smile line outline. For this one, I'm basically just trying to stay the same distance away from the first smile line so that I have a very good even double French tip. This is honestly the hardest part of this nail design because you do have to be quite precise with these French tips. Again, like I said, this gel is pretty thick, and because it has so much glitter and reflective glitter in it, so if you are a beginner, I would probably not recommend to do this nail design with the Diamond FX gel polishes. Just start with a normal gel polish. Then once you have the confidence, you can go ahead and try using the Diamond FX gels. So once I have those two smile lines, I am going to go ahead and outline the rest of the French tip. This is very simple, it's just a thin outline for the rest of the nail. Once I have that like I want, I did go ahead and cure under the LED nail lamp. For the ring fingernail, I am doing the same design that I have on the index of my other hand. This is basically like a separated glitter nail, so I'm just drawing a wavy line at the cuticle area, and I'm going to repeat the same thing for the corner of the nail as well. I'm not too worried about getting very close to the sides of the nail because I am going to be using the fine nail art brush. So once I have the base down for this nail art, I am going back with the fine nail art brush, and I'm going to make sure that the polish is as close as possible to the cuticle and sidewall areas. I'm also going to very gently touch up the edge of this line just to make sure the edges of these nail designs do line up. Once I have the base, I did go ahead and cure that under the nail lamp. I am just skipping over to the pinky nail, but I'm not quite done with the ring fingernail yet. For the pinky, we're just going to be doing some swirly lines. This is the same nail design that I have on the ring finger of my other hand. So for this nail design, there's not too much to describe. I'm just drawing an S shape from the cuticle all the way to the free edge of the nail. I did make sure that there's enough polish for this line so that there's not any patchy parts. Again, that is one reason why it is a little bit more difficult to use this Diamond FX gel as nail art, because some areas don't quite have as much glitter as other areas. I'm also going to do some really small lines on the sides of the nail, again just to make sure there's enough color for this nail design. I did go ahead and do a full cure under the nail lamp. I am going back with the white canvas gel art liner. I am removing the excess polish from the brush. I'm going to go back to the ring fingernail, and I'm going to outline the purple gel polish. This is basically just separating the nude from the gel polish. I am also going to be doing a line following the swirly lines on the pinky. I am just doing white lines on the left side of all of the purple lines that I did on the pinky. I did want to make sure to keep the white line on the left side just so that the nail design looks very cohesive. Once I have those lines, I did go ahead and do a full cure under the nail lamp. Next, I am taking the Kiara Sky Bling It On rhinestone glue. I'm going to be using this to adhere a rhinestone onto the middle fingernails, so I just applied a small drop of this just underneath the first smile line. I am taking these small silver rhinestones. I do actually have the Kiara Sky silver dollar rhinestones, but I don't know why I didn't use those for this manicure, so I just went ahead and placed a small silver rhinestone into the uncured Bling It gel. Once I have that placed exactly where I want, I did go ahead and do a full cure. Last but not least, we are taking the Kiara Sky non-white top coat gel, and I'm going to apply a layer of this onto all of the nails. This top coat has a really good consistency. It smooths over your nail art really nicely. It is also non-wipe, so once you cure, you do not have a sticky layer to remove, which is my favorite part. It also does give the nails a really pretty shine. For the middle fingernail, because I do have the rhinestone, I decided not to apply this top coat over top of the rhinestone. I feel like I don't really like how that looks, so I just applied the top coat all around the rhinestone. Once the top coat has been applied to all of the nails, I did go ahead and do my final cure under the LED nail lamp. Last but not least, we are taking the Kiara Sky Cuticle Oil. This is the rose scent. This one smells absolutely amazing. I love how this cuticle oil feels on my skin. I'm just going to apply some of this to all of the cuticles and massage it in. And here are the nails. Let me know what you guys think of this nail design down below in the comments. It is quite simple, but I wanted to do a video still because these colors are so pretty. So here's what the nails look like with flash. Look at the reflectiveness, like this is so pretty. I am obsessed with these reflective glitter gel polishes. Let me know if you guys have tried these down below in the comments. I would love to know. Also, let me know if you guys have any nail designs in mind for the reflective acrylic powders. Do make sure to give this video a thumbs up. If you're not already, don't forget to hit subscribe because I do post weekly nail videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!